What's up, YouTube? Two movies here. Since this week I'm doing my reviews for the Jurassic Park movies in honor of Dominion, here's my review for Jurassic Park 3. Now, this is, of course, a very unpopular opinion and everything. I'm one of the rare folks who love Jurassic Park 3. I mean, it was actually, believe it or not, the first ever Jurassic Park movie I was able to watch in theaters because, well, I was still a baby when the first film got released, and I was still pretty much a baby when I was I believe I was like maybe about 5 years old when Lost World, or I think I was 5 or 6. I got double check, but I was pretty young when those two got released. I was still a little young at the time here, but uh, I ended up seeing this film with my family members and stuff. So cool. But Jurassic Park 3, I single-handedly love. I mean, I know this movie gets a lot of hate. Lots of people probably call this the worst Jurassic Park movie and everything. I didn't mind it. I mean, yeah, there are some flaws, like the whole Alan scene with where of course Alan Grant ends up hallucinating, and there's and he sees a dinosaur and the dinosaur says Alan's name. Yeah, I will say that was always a little odd there, but it does have some. And if there are some other flaws, like I love Taylor Leone. Don't get me wrong. She's always great. She was not good in this. I'm sorry. Her performance in this thing was cringy. It was also cool to see William H. Macy popping up in this, aka years before he did Frank Gallagher. But William H. Macy, I thought they should have gave him a better script to work with. To be honest, too. Now, of course, you guys don't really know much about for Jurassic Park 3. It is, of course, directed by Joe Johnston, who directed stuff like who of course directed Jumanji. He will later go on to do the first Captain America film. Uh, of course, if you guys don't really know much about this one, it's where, of course, Dr. Alan Grant ends up meeting this wealthy businessman, as he says, played by William H. Macy, to conduct a tour of Isis sauna. And, of course, there we do get, dinosaurs roaming the area and everything. I mean, and of course, spoiler, but William H. Macy's character, Kirby, and his wife turned out to pretty much be con folks. They're not even that wealthy. Um, they're just there because their son, played by Trevor Morgan, who's no stranger in hanging out with dinosaurs, because years before Jurassic Park 3 got released, he ended up dancing and singing with Barney the dinosaur in Barney's Great Adventure. So I always found that to be really funny, by the way. Trevor Morgan goes from dancing and singing with Barney to really, getting attacked by and getting chased down by real dinosaurs in this. I always found that to be, and come on, Jurassic Park 3 even has a cameo by Barney if you technically think of it. But anyway, that aside, uh, of course, they are they're looking for their son, and spoiler, they do find him, and you know, what's his face, Billy, who's pretty much like Dr. Al Grant's assistant, ends up stealing raptor eggs, which because he thinks he'll make a profit off of it, but yeah, that never goes according to plan. So yeah, this has some really fun scenes. Like probably one of my favorite scenes that me and my grandmother used to always crack up about was when they're of course searching for the satellite phone in T Rex feces, and if there was that dinosaur that comes and was going to attack them, but even that T Rex was even would not even eat people if there is poo on it, which come to think of it, that's what the whole thing should have been. I mean, if you don't want dinosaurs to attack you, just run around with feces, But anywho, but of course, I also did quite like the Spinosaurus Rex. Lots of people were disappointed like that that the Spinosaurus Rex ends up replacing the T Rex. But come on, you can't have the T Rex in everything. I mean, you gotta switch it up. Like if you keep having the T Rex and stuff, it might get a little too boring. Having the same villain over and I mean, come on, it's gonna be like having the Joker and everything in every single Batman movie. It's gonna get a little tiresome. Okay, so yeah, and of course, you also do got some really cool cast members. Like I love William H Macy. Right now, of course, one of my favorite things he was ever in is of course Shameless, and he was did it all, but I always wish they gave him a better script to do. Taylor Leone, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I even think she could have gotten a Razzie nomination for this because her performance, like, so she ends up doing this, like yelling after Dr. Al Grant keeps saying, that's a bad idea and everything. Because the dinosaurs, spoil, you might not know this, but dinosaurs used to have good ear sense. So, yep. But that aside, Jurassic Park 3 is a favorite of mine. I mean, come on, you got Mrs. Noodle himself, Michael Gier in this, who the R.I.P. Gier, who did not love Michael Gier. Come on. But anyway, yeah, this movie is much better than it had intentions being. Uh, I'm one of the rare folks who didn't mind. I mean, the movie did not really get the great review. It only has like a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, the movie actually celebrated its 20th anniversary last year, which I feel old right there. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, of course, this would be Sam Neill's last Jurassic Park film until the new one this week. But that aside, I really enjoy it. I mean, I wish more people would enjoy it than just me. But hey, can't please everyone, I guess. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen Jurassic Park 3, I'm not sure we can find it nowadays. You could probably find it on P. Yeah, you can find it on HBO Max. Find it on other places. I believe you could also find it on Peacock. I think all the Jurassic Park movies are on Peacock. But that aside, I'm definitely a really like one of the rare defenders of Jurassic Park 3, and I mean this is probably like other than the first Jurassic Park, this is maybe the most rewatchable out of the sequels, in my opinion. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I actually prefer this over Lost World, but that's just me. Anyway, and I also never really knew that the writer of Sideways, Alexander Payne, wrote this, which learn something new every day. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen Jurassic Park 3? If so, what show were you a fan of? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Where would it rank in your favorite Jurassic Park films? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Timmy signing out.